MasterCard. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette.
Took it. Chronics. Hello? Is it on?
Yeah, Moira, you got that right? You're hosting, right?
Oh. Okay. Can we know when it starts?
Hello? Hey guys. Okay. That's nice.
Gamer
Oh,
Geek
Blockey.
remains.
Oh, I love Blockey.
Oh,
Oh.
alright.
Oh.
Hello everyone, welcome back. This is day 2 of BHL playoffs. The Carolina Cobras got eliminated on Wednesday against SFS 2-1 in a best of 3 series. Now we have game 2 of the Orlando versus Philadelphia Freedom series, and where Orlando is up 1 due to a Dripsky last-second goal in the 3rd period, also on Wednesday. It is looking like the Orlando Storm are missing majority of their roster, actually. We are 2 minutes away from the game. I am not sure if you can even take 5 minutes in the playoffs, as I'm also reffing the game. But since we're here, why don't we get some early score predictions? Just imagine as if the team was here, and then tell me what you think with the team right now. So give me a real score prediction and then a, realistic score prediction with the people here right now. I'll start. I think if this was a normal Orlando Storm game, without Watts still, I think it would be 3-2 Storm. In these circumstances, I think it's about to be 5-2 Philly. TXQ?
So, I think, with the roster right now, I think it's gonna be like 4-1 Philly, but when full rosters, I think it would be like 3-1 Orlando.
Baba?
Yeah, it's gonna be a 1-0 forfeit win. This team has 3 people on the ice, and I'm actually in their server. They are pinging everybody, and not a single person's answered. They are probably gonna forfeit. But if it, was normal, I'd say 4-2 Orlando.
Okay. And we are 40 seconds away from the game starting. I will tell them right now that they can take 5, but again, I don't really think that you're allowed to. You must have 4 people to play the game. It might actually be 5. I should probably check the rule book before we start, because stamina also has to be on. So you cannot really 1v1 or 1v3 both lines. And I guess Toasted XD is their goalie. It's looking pretty rough for a series that should be pretty close and exciting. But I guess we will see. I guess I'll throw it up to the commentator for the game. Let's get the game started.
They're taking 5.
Orlando's taking 5.
Yeah, they take 5. Yeah.
Just let them. Welcome back to the Blockey Hockey League desk. Chronics, let me ask you a quick spicy question here. If there was a player on the Orlando team, what player do you think could tuck an egg down the rabbit hole?
Probably Dripsky. I mean, he had the 1 second goal last game, so I think he's a real stud and can tuck an egg down the rabbit hole.
What a stud! Now come on, your turn.
What?
Yeah, now
Mine?
you got the desk. Oh no, I'm just
I mean, I can take it away. I can take it away again. I mean, it's pretty expected that they took 5 minutes. I'm still unsure if they could even take 5. I just DM'd Youppi because I really have a feeling that this used to not be allowed, because it's pretty embarrassing, actually. Yet here we are. I can't find it in the rule book where it says you can't take 5, but I feel like it used to not be. Could be wrong though. However, this will literally be a forfeit if they cannot roster 5 players.
No.
Okay, so we're on the BHL desk, by the way.
Bo, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
A wise man. Can you analyze this code real quick and put into this game? A wise man never loses anything if he has himself. What do you think this Orlando team can do with that?
The wise man in this situation has to be winner 16. I mean, the stud in the back of the net, you know, never letting a shot in, and you know they never lose their self. Like how Dripsky scored all those goals, and yeah, just lots to live, learn, and see. Back to you.
Moya, take it away.
So I did just get updated on the rule book. I'm dressed in the stripes right now. I think they will. I mean, with 3, this is really bad. The 5 minutes is going right now.
I actually got word, news here, word on the street. Philadelphia is asking the big man Youppi if they can reschedule the game to 9:50, and Orlando would not forfeit. So, yeah.
This is pretty embarrassing. I really don't know how this game was even scheduled to this time. If they... unsure. Was that GamerGeek who just asked that? I thought you said they couldn't hear you on the stream. Okay, anyways. Yeah, it's pretty tough to tell. I mean, this roster they have right now would be really embarrassing for a team to play with in playoffs. It happens every few seasons, but this is not Orlando.
Actually, TXQ, I got a weird little question for you. Can you analyze this?
I'm all ears.
Just tell me how this relates to Panaman and the Philadelphia Freedom. Here's a quote real quick. I believe that always, or almost always, in all childhoods and in all the lives that follow them, the mother represents madness. Our mothers always remain the strangest, craziest people we'd ever met. Just
You lost me.
Yeah, so that quote relates to Shug, you know.
Okay,
he's a
that's
great
enough
speaker,
from
he's great.
you, Vanilla Egg. Take it away.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I've lost what you were saying about 3 words in, and I kind of stopped listening. But I think Philadelphia Freedom are gonna win the game.
Okay, great analogy.
Oh, they have 4. They have 4. Okay. So there will likely be a game tonight.
So this game will end 7-1 Philadelphia. That's my guess.
Okay.
Looks like we will be playing. Alright, we'll toss it up to the commentators for the game.
Thank you, Deskers. As we get ready here to start the game. Game 2 of round 2 playoffs. Orlando Storm vs Philadelphia Freedom. Excuse me, round 1 playoffs.
And it looks like Wad Zero will be serving the penalty here for delay of game after they took 5 minutes. So already Orlando, even though they're shorthanded by a lot, they're going to start the game off shorthanded as well.
On the back foot is where they will be at the start of this game. About what you expect and what everyone is prepared for as we got ready to start this game. Expected this. Face-off will be dropped here in the center. So get ready to go. Greatness taking the face-off against John Gluck. I believe that's Robe, correct?
Correct.
Shug 22 taking this up. Takes it up himself, finds a P3, saved by Toasted XD, and the rebound found by Robe. And that will be put in just 14 seconds into the game. Showtime gets it, and Robe finds his first.
Well, even though the Orlando Storm are down a lot of players, that honestly wasn't even because of that. That was just Orlando kind of breaking down. Maybe they weren't really ready for game mode, knowing that they don't have their players, but Toasted XD, also not having played for a while, kind of just lets a free one past.
Absolutely, not a greatest save, and his defense not there for the rebound, letting defenseman Shug22 take it all the way up the ice and find an easy P3, not clearing out the rebound, just sloppiness all around. Can't entirely blame that on the shorthanded, maybe on the delayed game penalty at the end of the day, and the backup goalie, but still can get something here going as Toasted makes a nice glove. Drop that to the corner there for Gabe. Just battling Concord in the center. Hits it up to Dripsky. Dripsky will move it over to Robe. Robe now. Against the board, tries to pull it back. Gabe will get the ping on it. Take it to center ice. Concord reading it out. Dripsky. Dripsky pings it out to Concord as both teams just kind of ping it back and forth. Back in the defensive end of the Orlando Storm. Greatness now. Takes it behind his net. Looking to P3 up to Gabe. Gabe a little confused on where that pass is going. Shug will ping it away, and Birdie's there now to take it behind his net. Birdie W cuts into center ice. Has plenty of space to work with in his defensive end. Finally crossing halfway. Forecheck by Fallgaze, and that ping will be cleared out by Toasted as Fallgaze takes it to the corner now. Gabe trying to battle him there. Double on Fallgaze. Ping 2K and Gabe as Fallgaze tries to go for a corner move. Gets pinged away by Birdie W. P3 gloved by Toasted XD. A great glove and a good P3 there. As battle in the corner, Birdie W, Fallgaze on the bench side. Rated will make his stand and clear that out to center. Fallgaze and Birdie try to ping possession back and forth. Dripsky on the ice now for Orlando. Goes back to Dripsky in the defensive end. He takes it up the boards. Fallgaze on his tail. And Rated went out P3 this up to Fallgaze. Birdie W, the only one connecting his stick there as both teams ping possession on the bench side here. Dripsky takes this back to his own end. Tries to pull it back, gets it past Fallgaze, can't get it past Robe on the forecheck. And Robe will go to the corner now with Birdie W on him. Birdie W, P3's out. Greatness coming off the bench. Greatness across ice for the pass. The pass won't connect. Robe pinging it away and cleared out by his defenseman Rated in the defensive end. Rated trying to get this up to Concord. Concord takes it to his corner. Concord pulls back. Greatness pressuring on him behind the net of the Philadelphia Freedom. Concord has some space, finds the P3 up to Robe. Robe clamped by OMG. It's Gabe. Non-HL defenseman there making some good clamps in this BHL playoff game. P3 cross ice from Shug22. Robe's not going to be there to connect the intended target. Gabe swatting it away. Gabe finds a slot pass pinged by Concord. A good slot pass. Nobody really there to follow it up as Concord will have a nice easy clear out to the corner. And Grushka. Robe cuts the center. A little bit of confusion. Shug P3's up to Concord. P3 across ice from Concord. Robe not there first before Toasted can just clear it out of his defensive end. Again, P3 too weak, cleared out by Toasted. Concord trying to find the turn to P3, but loses it over to Pang. As both teams just now on the boards here, the bench side eventually finds its way to the corner of the Philadelphia Freedom. Shug pulling it back, takes it behind his net, pulls back again. Pulls back one more time, make sure he gets some open space, and forechecked by Greatness. Greatness pulls into center, finds the shot, can't get it with enough time. 5-hole from Birdie is gloved by Pandaman 10-10 as Pandaman makes his first save of the game. Orlando finds their first shot of the night. They've had some possession, but nothing that's led to shots until then. Birdie W now in Fallgaze, battling behind the net. Slot pass to Nubali, cleared out by Pang 2K. A great slot defense there from Orlando, and a great slot pass from Philadelphia. Just won't connect as on the camera board side, Birdie W pings it back to Pang 2K. Pang gets it past Fallgaze, has some space to work with in front of him. Gets the P3 across ice to Dripsky. Dripsky. Oh, excuse me. That's not Pang. Well, that is Wad, huh?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't realize Wad was back. Wad coming back off of injury and having a similar name of cat with cats in their name made me a little confused. Apologies for that, as Wad will be back off of injury playing with a broken finger. That's how short-handed the Orlando Storm are. And Dripsky with the P3 and a great pullback with two defenders in front of him. Neither can get a swat on it. And Orlando Storm will find the goal to put this game even in the first.
tied game as Philadelphia, it seems like after they scored their first goal, they've just been giving Orlando a lot of time and space, and Dripsky, the hero for game one, scoring 2 goals, gets his 3rd of the playoffs. And now Philadelphia is probably going to have to realize that they're going to have to use this stam advantage to score a goal rather than hanging back and thinking that they can out-defense this strong Orlando offense.
Yeah, I mean, great job from Dripsky finding that goal. He'll opt to stay on here in 14 stam, minute 48 still. As Robe on the faceoff gets a little bit of chance. Toasted will come off his crease, though, be aggressive and make sure that's shut down before it can convert into anything. Shug now trying to pull it in the center. Greatness will forecheck that out to corner, or to center, excuse me. Dripsky now just takes this to his own corner. P3's it up. Intended target there is Gabe, but Concord will 5-hole it up the boards. As both teams fight for possession. Gabe finally P3's it up the center. Robe cuts into center ice, has the curve. Concord almost gets the rebound. Pullback shot, saved by slot pass wide, hits the post. Concord, a great slot pass. Concord left unmarked there. A bit of a defensive lapse from Orlando, and they will be lucky that that slot pass shot goes wide, and the right post will find the mark as Gabe pulls or hits the pullback. Greatness, excuse me. Birdie W now into the corner. Takes it behind his net. P3's it up on the bench side. Shug puts it in the center. Nobody there for his team to receive it. Only Birdie W takes it up the ice now. Forecheck by Shug on the who gets back. Robe has open space on a one-on-one with the net. Toasted makes a slide, and it'll stop the post abuse from hitting the post. What a great save from Toasted there on a dangerous 101 of one of the best players in this league, Robe. And now this finds itself into the corner. Fall gaze into center ice. Pinged away by Wad. Rated and Wad now just battling into the corner. This goes to the boards. Birdie trying to ping this up to his teammate. Bit of confusion as neither team can quite hold possession. Finally goes back. Dripsky finds the P3 to center ice. Fallgaze the only one there to receive it. Wad trying to pressure him. As time clicks down, both teams just killing it. And that would be the end of the first period here. Shots 7-2 in favor of Philadelphia. Even 1-1 as we head back to the desk. Get ready for period 2.
So, back at the desk, it seems like Orlando did find enough people to be able to play. They are actually playing on a 5-man rotation, which is always impressive to see it done well. They're playing quite well. Chronix, what did you think about that Dripsky goal that kind of went right between 2 of their defenders and slid right under Panda Man?
Yeah, I didn't really have a good angle, but I did see the puck go in the back of the net from a shot, and looked like a pretty good P3. Really took control of the game, and yeah, it's 1-1.
And Baba, what do you think about Orlando playing shorthanded in a game that really could just bring them to the next round? I mean, do you think they're that confident to win game 3?
With Toasted XD playing the way he's playing right now, they can easily win. But they do need to get more shots on net and just stop Philadelphia from, getting all this offensive pressure. But if they do that, they can win.
I agree, honestly. And Vanilla Egg, we didn't really get to hear what you thought at the beginning, but what do you think the score prediction will be? I mean, I know we're 1-1 now, so you kind of get to cheat a little bit, but what do you think? Tell me first, what do you think the score would be if Orlando had their full team versus what we see right now?
I think that if they had their full team, it could probably be a little more skewed towards Orlando, maybe 2-0, maybe 2-1. But I think now, after Philadelphia kind of realizes that this Orlando team isn't going to go over lightly, I think that Philadelphia is kind of going to score some more goals this period, and it'll probably end the game around 4-1 or 4-2.
I can agree. I mean, I really do think Philly should win this game, and if they don't deserve to be in the playoffs. But I guess we will send it back up to the commentators and get back into the game.
Thank you, Moya, as we get ready here to start the second period. Face-off, Dripsky taking it against Robe. Philadelphia needing to find some more. I mean, very injured roster for the Orlando today, and they can't quite find anything as that glove will be saved by Toasted. Concord trying to find a slot pass. Stopped by Greatness. Finds a slot pass again. Pinged away by Dripski. Dripski up to Gabe. Gabe pinging it up the center. Bit of bunching here as Dripski tries to take it up himself. Shug. Dripski finds the P3. It's going to go to the right of Panda Man. Pings off the post, and he clears it out to the corner. Nice and sweet, easy save for Panda Man. Doesn't have to do much there. As Concord takes this up. Back checked by Dripski. Dripski now has some space to work with. Beats the defender. Forechecked by Shug. And Robe now pressuring him into the corner. Robe finds a slot pass. Greatness will clear that out. Up to the bench board sides. Dripski takes himself off the bench now. Birdie W coming on the ice for the Orlando Storm. Concord P3s hit by Birdie. And Toasted will get aggressive on the save. Clear that out. P3 is just wide, and that will go behind the net as Wad tries to take it. Battled by Concord. Wad finally gets it out. Gets past Concord, hits a little too much on it. Rated tries to bring it forward. Wad again hits it in a crazy ping. Falgaze now gets the pull back to center and a P3 that Toasted will have an easy save for right into his hands. Falgaze finding the slot pass pinged out by Birdie. Nubly the intended target there as Nubly tries to get this out of the corner and back to the slot for his teammate. Birdie trying to bring this up. Falgaze now with some tech into the center ice. As both teams kind of just swing possession. Philadelphia holding this offensive pressure, just not finding great chances or converting. And Orlando doing a great job at making sure they can cover the slot pass, cover the P3s. They're covering everything, but they're not generating any offense while doing it as Falgaze on the pullback pinged away. Gabe on the ice. Nubly, P3's the center, too much on it. Falgaze can't get the hit. His Greatness will take this up. Dripski pulls back to center, pulls back again. A bit too much of the direction changes here. The defenseman will easily read that. And Falgaze now with some open ice. P2's in the center. Nubly wide open. Save by Toasted on the rebound. He'll snag around on a 180 for the glove. What a double save there from Toasted. As Dripski now on the counteroffensive. Can't get anything. Shug 22 holding down the fort for the Philadelphia Freedom. And Toasted making his debut in the playoffs. The backup goalie for the Orlando Storm behind winner 16, showing what he is made of, what he is capable of there. As Dripski, another glove from Toasted on the slot pass from Robe. Concord the intended target. Concord finally gets a stick on it, but it's wide. As we finally, Birdie takes it out of his defensive end. Orlando trying to get something going here, but Shug, a great defender here this series, not letting anything through. Another forecheck, and Robe's on the free ice. That's saved by Toasted. What a performance by Toasted here. Just absolutely standing on top of his head, making sure nothing is let into that net. But he can't do this all night. Orlando Storm need to help him out here. Concord in the slot pass to Concord, stopped by Wad. Birdie W. Now trying to get this out of the corner. Finally gets out of the corner. Gets past Robe, potentially. Finds the P3 up. Shug on his defensive end. Has plenty of time as he slows this game down now behind his net. Buying some time for his team to line change. Shug on 14 stand. Finally gets pressured by Wad. Hits it up to Robe. Robe P3's up to Concord. It won't connect. Birdie W on the rebound. Concord up to the bench or camera side boards. Gabe now doing the same thing as Shug before. Slowing the game down a bit. Taking it behind his net. Gets the P3 up to Birdie W on his bench side. Rated, the only one there. Rated cuts into center. Not enough power. Will just be, cleared out by Gabe. Easy. This goes again to the corner. P3 to center ice. Not a single Orlando player there. The P3 pinged by the Orlando defense. And Gabe now on the pullback boards. Can't get it past Falgaze. Trying to find a board 5 hole. Won't be successful in that. Gets it out to Dripski. Dripski now gets past one. Falgaze on his back. Rated. P3's up to boards to Falgaze. Falgaze has the direction change. P3's up to Nubly Bridge. Nubly Bridge finds the P3 and it's gloved by Toasted. The man of the match currently for Orlando is not letting these P3s through. Philadelphia Freedom need to find something better than that, or else this game's going to remain a 1-1 game going into the third. As Nubly here tries to get something. Greatness pings it out. Rated finds the P3 across ice to Falgaze. Falgaze finds the center. Pulls back again. It won't find a shot target there as Dripski continues to pressure him. Dripski gets the clear. He's beat one defender. Has one on his tail. Can't get past Robe. Robe gets a good pullback and cut into center ice. Robe almost gets a breakaway, but a good stick hit from Greatness will just ping that out to the corners there. Stopping any potential breakaway. Falgaze will take this behind his net On 14, Stam needs to P3 it up to one of his teammates. Robe there, the intended target, finds it, cuts into center. Shug open, and Wad will get a stick on it to stop Shug from just finding that. Shug again on the slot pass, doesn't quite connect. Dripski, I believe, the defender to get that cleared. Shug now with the pullback on boards. Gets it past one defender, can't get it past Wad. Robe finally finds his way past Wad. Another Dripski there, as plenty of time for all his defense to fall back. Wad again there, finding possession. Birdie W on the ice. Slot pass pinged away by Dripski. Robe trying to find a slot or pass in this or shot from center. Birdie W will stop that. Wad now finally gets this up to center. This is not very common that the Orlando Storm find themselves in their offensive end. Pullback pinged. Dripski will just take this to the corner, and that will be the end of the second period. Orlando only finding one shot. Shots 2-12, but this game is still tied 1-1 as we head back to the desk and get ready for period 3.
And we're back to the desk going into the third, which is pretty surprising that the game is still 1-1. The shots do tell a different story. Philly are up 12 shots, 10 up against Orlando at 2. Toasted XD is actually having a great debut. I do think Winner would save all of these as well. However, Toasted is doing great considering he is a non-HL goalie. And all I can say is that Philly honestly does not look like a team that should even be in playoffs right now. John Gluck, aka Robe, is literally using none of his tech against Toasted XD. I'm not sure what this guy is doing, just shooting it into his chest, besides the fact that Toasted is playing great as well. I'll bring it over to Vanilla Egg first. What do you think Philly is doing wrong right now for them to be 1-1 against a 5-man team that puts a player on the ice only when there's 30 seconds left or on a defensive break?
Well, I think what they're doing wrong most of all is missing the most important chances hit. They've had a lot of opportunities in the slot that have either gone off the post or they have just missed entirely. And you can't be missing those in a game 2 situation like this where it's win or go home. And so I think if they start getting those passes and getting the shots off of them, I think they can easily take this game.
I agree as well. And you have to remember, they're literally against a 5-man. Baba Black Sheep, what do you kind of think? Same question. What is Philly even doing wrong here to still be 1-1 against a 5-man rotation in game 2 of playoffs?
The only thing I'm seeing, their shot selection and the lack of passing. If they cross passed even one more time every shift, they'll score 3 goals this period. So
I agree. And Chronix, will come back to you if we go to overtime. So back to the commentator.
Thank you, Deskers here. So he's getting ready to start the third period. Robe on the pullback. Dripski wins it. Dripski has some space. Tries to find a shot. Doesn't quite get it on target. A Shug. The defender pressuring him. Has space. Looking for a P3. Gets past one. Can't quite control it. Greatness there. Taking away the heavy touch. Greatness cuts into center. 3 defenders. Everybody gets a little confused on where the puck is. Finally, Philadelphia seemed to maintain possession for more than a second as they immediately give it up. Greatness now finding the slot pass to Gabe. Gabe not there first. As Robe there on the back check will clear it out the corner. Take this up himself. Whiffs on the puck a little bit. And finally regains control. Gets past Dripski. Can't get past 2 defenders though as he tries to pass it up to Concord. But Greatness getting a stick on it first. Robe now in the corner, taking it behind the net. Cleared out by Greatness. P3 off the face of Osted, and Concord can't get the rebound. Tries to find the slot. It's gloved by Toasted. Greatness now behind the net. P3's up. Line change for Orlando. Wad on the ice and Birdie W on the ice as well now. Ballgaze just tries to find something into center, but that's an easy glove for Toasted all day. Newberry Bridge trying to find a shot. Pinged by Birdie. Birdie will clear that into the corner now. Birdie takes this behind his net. Direction changes again to the other side. Birdie can't get past 2 defenders. Newberry Bridge on his tail. Rated on the forecheck. As Wad now opts to take it up. Newbly Bridge just continuing to pressure him, not letting him get out of his defensive end easily. It's been the story of this game for the most part. Orlando's stuck here on their defensive end. They haven't conceded more than one. They found their one. But 2 shots coming into the third period is not what you want to see. Birdie. P3's up the boards. Intended target Gabe, but rated the only one there on the defense of the Philadelphia, as he'll easily clear that out. Birdie W now has to take this behind his own net again. Birdie.
Orlando commonly switching to 2 skaters, between 2 and 3 skaters, to save as much stam as possible this period.
And they're doing a great job at 5-man rotations, considering they've had 14 shots and only conceded 1. A great attribution to Toasted XD as well for his performance in net today. Dripsky on the boards. Finally gets it past Robe. Gets it past Concord. Takes it to the corner. Tries to find the slot pass. Finds it. Gabe. It's just a little wide, but Pandaman will glove it anyways and drop it behind his net. A great chance as Orlando finds their third shot. Another pass and hit by Greatness. Saved by Pandaman 10-10 as they double their shot count from this game in just a matter of 10 seconds of offense. But the counterattack is here. The pass is pinged by Greatness. Trying to find the pass again. Robe. Concord can't quite receive the pass as Greatness will stop that twice. Now pressuring Shug. Gets it up to Robe, excuse me. Concord P3 gloved by Toasted. Sound like it would have hit the post anyways, but no need to clear it out if you're just gonna glove it anyways. A good glove from Toasted. Robe has the breakaway. Robe 5-hole saved. Robe again with no defender on him. A little bit off position there. Toasted doesn't have to make the save though, as Toasted makes another great save on a 1-on-1 against one of the best players in the league. It is no short feat of what he is doing here today for a great playoff game for the Orlando Storm. And Philadelphia Freedom still remain even here at 2 minutes left in the third period. We might see overtime as Watto clears it out in the slot. Birdie W takes this behind his net. Tries to take this up. Wad hits it past Falgaze, too heavy of a touch to control. P3 pass to Newbly Bridge. Newbly Bridge P3 into the gloves of Toasted XD. He's going to be there every time. You can't send that P3 like that. Need to do something a little bit stronger. Maybe find another pass. Maybe get closer. Find a post abuse. Because that is something Toasted is saving 100% of the time tonight. As Birdie gets the P3 across ice to Wad. Wad has some space. Can't quite find and locate the puck fast enough to turn that into a shot, as that will be cleared out by Rated. Gabe collects on his end behind the net of the Storm. Just killing some time behind his net, buying time for his team to regenerate stamina. That 5-man rotation is uncomfortable for this Orlando defense, as Gabe now still behind the net. Rated tries to pull back. Dripsky on the ice finally for the Orlando Storm. Slot pass. Greatness there first before Robe can get a stick on it. He'll clear it out. And he'll take it up himself with 3 defenders on him. Rated comes off. Falgaze as well. Double line change from the Philadelphia Freedom. Robe, P3 far out, and that's another easy save for Toasted XD. As Birdie on the ice for the Storm, as that third man always comes on for that defensive gameplay, but when you're in the defensive end the entire time, it seems like you're playing with 3 like that the entire time. Birdie W with a shot. It's just past Panda Man, but a little wide right, and he won't find the dagger that could have been, as Robe, heavy touch, Dripsky clears the corner. Concord in the slot for the Philadelphia Freedom, covered by Greatness. Birdie W, though. Rated finds it. It's wide left. Toasted XD just watches it slide past. Robe tries to pull back the center. Dripsky reading it as well. Birdie W again taking it up past the center. Greatness there first. Concord the intended target for the Philadelphia. Dripsky takes this behind his net. Pulls back again. Pressured by Robe in the corner. And Dripsky finally gets this out with 2 seconds left. Just P3s it out and kills the time as we have an overtime game on our hands. Game 2 of this series. 18 shots to 4, but it remains 1-1 at the end of the third as we go to the desk and get ready for an overtime playoff.
Thank you, commentator. What a period. We see Orlando double their shots from 2 to 4, still trailing by 14 shots. But again, what is going on with Philly? Everything I've seen so far before passing to TXQ. They don't have people in slot for Robe. They don't have people in slot for Falgaze. They are leaving the Orlando wingers open in a 2v3. What on earth is going on? How is this team in playoffs? You may think to yourself, it's hard to not root for Orlando here when they're 5-manning. Chronix, take it away. I mean, what can you make of this game?
Yeah, I mean, if Philly plays like this in the next round, they're getting smoked by whoever the team is. They're playing awful. I mean, I don't know how you can be tied 1-1 with a 5-manning team, but they just got to do everything better. I mean, they're not doing anything right.
And I guess we'll go to Baba. I mean, what do you think, with it being 1-1 going into OT, who do you think's actually going to win?
I mean, everything says the Philadelphia Freedom, but I don't really see Philadelphia scoring anytime soon. So I'm gonna, like you said, the wingers are wide open. I think it's gonna be a passing play up to either Tripsky or Grushka, and they're gonna score on Panaman.
Vanilla Egg, any final thoughts before we head into OT?
I think that Orlando is feeling confident right now. The shots might not show it, but I think they're ready to end this series right here, realizing that they have just completely outmatched Philadelphia.
I think you said it perfectly. Commentator, back to you for overtime in Game 2.
Thank you, Deskers. As we get ready here, Orlando Storm trying to find the Achilles heel against this Philadelphia Freedom who outmatches them. It's an FOV called early here on Dripsky to start off overtime. Just need the golden goal here. David versus Goliath situation. Everything stacked against Orlando Storm. That's a P3. It'll hit the post. Toasted, calm and collected. Clears it out before any Philadelphia player can capitalize on it. P3 again, pinged by Toasted. It's wide, but still, what a ping as the P3 goes wide. Slot pass from Robe. Pass from Gabe. Greatness has the breakaway. Greatness 5-hole. He finds the dagger. Greatness takes it. Short-handed 5-man rotation, and Orlando will take Game 2 of this series.
Orlando winning it without their top skater Packers, beating Philadelphia 2-1 in overtime, and nobody saw this coming. When Orlando was talking about potentially forfeiting this game, they decide to play it out and win, and are going to the second round.
What a game from the Orlando Storm. I mean, the next up mentality is there in every single one of these players that played tonight. Toasted XD, Gabe, notable non-HLers who stepped up in playoffs nonetheless to secure this victory. 5-manning. What a great game from Orlando, and Philadelphia has to be hanging their head low today, feeling embarrassed after that.
Definitely. And while this is the last game of the night, thank you all for watching. Moya reffing. Thank you to Bob Blacksheep for desking and TXQ for desking. Thank you to DBG for commentating. I'm Vanilla Egg. Thank you all for watching. Oh, Gamer Geek streaming as well. It's just